Good morning, students. Your second chapter is memory and storage. So let's start with second chapter. Number 2, memory and storage. Let us start. Computer is a wonderful invention of humans. Who invent computer? Humans invent computers. So computer is a wonderful invention of humans. It has many advantages. You all know that computer has many advantages. What are those? Fast speed. Computer speed is very fast. Computer do calculations within few seconds. Computer is very fast. High storage capacity. Computer storage capacity is very high. Computer store many things in it and does not forget the instructions once given to it. When we give instructions to computer, computer never forgets. For example, you play music, so computer play that music. Computer never forget to play that music. So the instruction which give by you, computer never forgets. A computer store all data and instructions in its storage space. When you save your file, computer store that data and instructions in its storage space known as memory. You all know that your mobile also has memory. When you click photographs and you save your photographs in your mobile, where they save? They save in the phone memory. So memory play a vital role in computers also. The computer memory consists of many storage locations that have unique addresses. Okay, each address holds one alphanumeric character. Computer storage locations consist of unique address. As you all have unique address, computer also have unique address. Each address hold and one alphanumeric character. Okay, alphanumeric means alphabets as well as numbers. Each character is represented in the storage location by a string of binary numbers that are treated as a unit. Each character in the storage location. Basically, when we store our file in computer, then the file which is saved in computer is basically a string of binary numbers. What are binary numbers? There are two binary digits, 0 and 1, also known as bit. A set of 0 and 1 are bits, means binary digits. Computer understand only 0 and 1. When a set of 8 bits are combined, then it is called as byte. Byte means 8 bits. Byte means 8 bits. Byte is a unit of measurement of computer memory. You all know that everything has a measurement, like milk, liters. Okay, so these are measurements. So computer measurement unit is byte. Computer measurement unit is byte, and byte is of 8 bits. Byte has 8 bits in the form of 0 and 1. Okay, the computer memory is of two types. Computer memory is of two types. First is internal or primary memory. First is internal or primary memory. Second is external or secondary memory. Second is external or secondary memory. First is internal, second is external. Internal is also known as primary memory and external is known as secondary memory. Internal memory consists of two types, RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM. External or secondary memory consists of three types like CD, DVD, hard disk, flash disk. So, this is computer internal memory and these are computer external memory. You know that in your mobile also internal memory is also there and external memory is also there. For external memory we put SD card in our mobiles and mobile also has internal memory. The same is in computer. Computer has internal memory and also has external memory. For example, we put pen drives for saving important data. Okay, we use CD, DVD, hard disk, flash disk. Okay, this is the memory chart. Internal memory. What is internal memory? Every computer comes with a certain amount of internal memory. Every computer comes with a certain amount of internal memory. For example, our mobile comes with some internal memory. Computer also comes with a internal memory, usually referred to as the main memory. Okay, that is known as main memory. Computer internal memory is known as main memory. It is the memory that is in the form of silicon chip. That is in the form of silicon chip. That is in the form of silicon chips and fixed on the electronic circuit. Okay, computer internal memory, also known as main memory. And what is that memory? It is the memory that is in the form of silicon chips and fixed on the electronic circuit board called as motherboard. You all know that in CPU motherboard is there. Okay, and the motherboard is a large circuit board and our memory chips placed on that motherboard. It is also called as primary memory. Okay student, it is also called as primary memory. So what we information got in internal memory? Internal memory is also known as main memory and it is also known as primary memory, and it is the memory that is in the form of silicon chips. Okay students, internal memory is of two types. Internal memory is of two types. Random access memory. First is random access memory. R means random, A means access, M means memory. Random access memory store the information temporarily. Random access memory store the information temporarily. Okay, random access memory store the information temporarily. Okay, and works like a blackboard that is constantly overwritten with new data. For example, when your teacher write on the blackboard. When blackboard fills and next teacher came, then what will we do? We cons we re- does we overwrite on that. Okay. So random access memory store the information temporarily, not permanent. It store the data or information temporarily. Then I gave one example that when next teacher came, then what she did, she start with new data. Okay, not with the previous data, she start with the new data. The information stored in memory is lost when you turn off the computer. When you turn off the computer and you not save your information, then what will happen? Your information is lost. Or if the power goes, sometimes you work on your computer and the power goes, then your data is lost. That is why it is known as volatile memory. Random access memory is known as volatile memory because when power goes, your data is lost, your information is lost. Okay, so it is a temporary memory. So what information you got? Random access memory is a temporary memory. Okay, and it is a volatile memory. Your information or data is lost when you turn off the computer or the power goes. Okay. Example, in calculator, the information exists till the calculator is on. The moment you turn off the calculator, all the data disappears. So calculator is in the RAM. Okay. When you work on the calculator, your data remains there. But when you shut down your calculator, means you turn off the computer, all the data disappears. This is RAM and it is made of silicon chips. All the storage devices made up of silicon chips. Okay. Next is read-only memory. Read-only memory refers to the memory chips containing instructions that tell the computer what to do when it starts up. This information is stored permanently in it. In read-only memory means ROM. R means read, O means only, and M means memory. Read-only memory is a permanent memory. Okay. It contains the instructions that tell the computer what to do. When we give instructions to computer, then all these instructions are stored in ROM. This information is stored permanently in it during the manufacturing process. Unlike RAM, ROM is non-volatile. ROM is non-volatile. It means that even you turn off the computer, the content of ROM will not be lost. So, if question comes, what is the difference between RAM and ROM? Then what points you write? RAM is a temporary memory and ROM is a permanent memory. RAM stands for random access memory and ROM stands for read-only memory. RAM is a volatile memory and ROM is a non-volatile memory. Why RAM is a volatile memory? Because when the computer turn off because of power goes off, then all the information is lost. But in ROM is a non-volatile. When the light goes, when the power goes, then the content will never be lost. Okay, students? So, the fifth generation of computers will be able to solve problems of all types by taking reference from his knowledge base. This new generation of computer, basically new generation of computer, is known as knowledge information process.
Thank you.